Break it down on that dance floor. That's the man you came with? Let me show you to the door. So tell me what you like, baby. Tell me what you love. I wanna take a sip, but you be better than more. I should say no, no, no. Maybe I should say no. My body's saying go, go, go. If it's wrong or right, I want you tonight. But you're a bad girl. You're a bad girl, yeah. I just wanna take.
Well, I've known Cameron McBeth for about 6-7 years now. We went to school together. We did a music video called Frozen about 2 years ago to one of his songs. And then he came to me with this song and said, hey, how about doing a music video? And I said, absolutely, I'm totally in for it.
Gabriel Mays had asked me to produce this one as well as the last one that we did a couple years ago, Frozen. So I was more than happy to help the guys out and help produce this video as well.
He came to me and wanted to see what we could do as far as locations and making things look as cool as possible, and just as to apply Cameron's vision mixed in with Gabe's vision, and that was my job from there.
Basically, after we heard that Cameron was able to come in for this music video, we just started planning the next 3-4 months of how we're going to shoot it and what was the best way to do it.
So the pre-production on this one was bigger than I think any of us have ever done before. We had shot a lot of videos together and we were all pretty familiar with each other, but we wanted this one to be a really big video, unlike anything we've ever done before.
We started, first of all, coming up with a story. And I'm a firm believer that content is king. I always have been and I always will be. Content's king. Even if it's a music video, there still needs to be some sort of storyline, something needs to be taking place. We started storyboarding, trying to figure out, what kind of shots we would want and what kind of scenes we would not want, what kind of looks we were going for.
We all met up for lunch one day, and we brought a camera along with us, and we're talking about different locations and possibilities of where we wanted to shoot.
The locations that we found, we just kind of went around town looking for, cool, interesting, very, unique architecture and things that would fit the mood and feel of our music video.
After we figured out the locations that we wanted, we knew kind of the idea that we wanted to go with. We wanted a bunch of dancers, we wanted it to be an underground scene, so I met with Joey Morgan and PT Tran, who are part of Motion Playlist Dance Studio here in Springfield, Missouri.
Ben approached me about it, and he showed me the song on his phone, and he asked me and to get PT and some other dancers to do the video and choreograph the dance routine for it.
I think for me though, when I first heard that and he said he was doing a video, I've been watching too many Korean music videos. So K-pop, yep. So I just thought of how they would move. It's not very, intricate, more, swagged out.
We just kind of all got together, listened to the music, and just did what came to mind and see what everybody thought about the certain moves and just kind of put it together that way.
We just basically did whatever came to mind. I mean, everything else just kind of clicked. Everyone just put in their input.
We were able to go in several times and just kind of go in there and talk to them about what the dance looked like, what we liked, what we didn't like, and what we thought should be changed. And they were always open for ideas, and it was just a great chance to work with them.
I had went ahead of time and shot footage of the dancers doing the routine, uploaded that to Vimeo, sent that link to Cameron so he could start at least trying to learn the choreography there in Iowa where he was. So he comes down to Springfield, and we got about 48 hours to shoot. So as soon as he gets into town, he immediately heads over to the studio and starts working with the dance team to learn the routine. Cameron picks stuff up really quickly, and it's quite amazing how quickly he can learn routines. I went over there, he'd been practicing for probably about 4 hours. I went over there after about 4 hours, and he had the routine almost 100% down.
We used several different props in this thing. Some of the initial ideas and goals were that we wanted a smoke effect.
I really do like a smoke machine. It does a good job, but the problem is a smoke machine, if the smoke is between you and the camera, the subject and the camera, it really creates a hazy, grimy environment that I didn't really want. I kind of wanted that to be clean. Smoke works good for between the background and the subject that's you're trying to film. So we knew we were going to use smoke for in between that, so we ended up getting a smoke machine for that. But I really wanted some low-lying fog that would just last for a little while but not rise and really muddy up the scene.
Gabe had this nutty idea to build this fog machine, and at first I was pretty skeptical. He showed me a blueprint of how to do it, and I thought that it could be done, but I thought it couldn't be done unless we spent like a few $100s.
We just didn't have any money to spend on it, so we looked at a bunch of DIY processes and found a lot of really cool ones, and we found a really cool way to make one.
Ben Bagwell brought over a huge drum that we're going to set up, and that we were able to put water with a basket and put the dry ice down into it, so that way it'd push the fog out. We then hook up 2 tubes with a fan that would push air into it and then shove the fog that was created from the dry ice in the water and push out the other end.
And the first time we tried it, it produced a very minimal amount of fog. And it's because when you're dealing with dry ice, the hotter the water, the more you get out of the dry ice. So then it was kind of like, okay, well, how can we heat this water up even more? So I somehow got the idea that what if we decided to take a hot water heater element from a hot water heater, put it in the side of the 30-gallon drum, wire it up to a plug, and then have a switch on it, and then we'd be able to heat the water up, to several hundred degrees, and then drop the dry ice in. First time we tried it out with the hot water heater in there, I mean, the dry ice and the fog just came flying out of there.
The fog that it produced for the video was absolutely perfect.
I want you tonight, but you're a bad girl, yeah. I just wanna take you down, but I know your pretty little face been around. If it's wrong or right, I want you tonight, but you're a bad girl, yeah.